it's almost like the right should start doing culture, like I don't know, like maybe like a children's book series that that caters to traditional American values. I'm just saying.
Spitball.
Yes.
Saying
cool.
there
Perhaps like a children's book from Mr. Jack Posobiec.
kind of, it
Maybe
just
so.
so happens that for once I'm not doing the My
So
Pillow
this is-
promo for promo code
change.
POSO 6% off up to.
Yes.
But
Culture is very, very important. We must build it up. Let's jump over to this article. This is funny. I was scrolling, bounding into comics, and I saw a picture of your face.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's funny. He's sitting right in front of me. Jack Posobiec announces new children's book to fight back against teachers in Hollywood pushing communism. Comic book creator and senior editor at Human Events, Jack Posobiec, recently announced a brand new children's book, The Island of Free Ice Cream.
yes,
That's amazing.
yes, sir.
So this sounds like a very complex and in-depth universe you've created here about the Island of Free Ice Cream. Tell me, Jack. Tell me about the Island of Free Ice Cream.
So we're doing this. It's part of the Brave Book series. You go to bravebooks.us. We're not doing Amazon. No cancellations. No money in Jeff Bezos' pocket to fly over us in his Blue Origin rocket and laugh down at the pores with our masks on while he wears his dress. No, so you go to bravebooks.us. It's actually a series of a shared universe that we're doing. I mentioned before, Ashley St. Clair is doing one. The Hodge twins are doing one coming out. We have like a pro-life one that's coming out. We have some other really big names that I can't talk about yet, but they're coming to be announced pretty soon here. I think October, we're gonna have a really big one dropping. So the first is like a 12-issue series, and they're all sort of this interlocking universe, part of this big country called, I think it's called Freedom. It's not called Freedomistan, of course. And that's actually called Freedom Island. And so
We're planning Freedomistan.
well, we've got Free Island, so we'll go to war eventually.
No doubt.
And so they're in this town of Rushington, and they have this market, and in the marketplace, all the animals shop, and they go out, and there's a market, and part of it sells ice cream. And there's this character Asher, and he's a fox, and he's out there with his friends, and some people start complaining because the ice cream in the market it's a little bit expensive, and they say, this ice cream is just too expensive, and we don't like this. Well, along one day comes a group of wolves, and the wolves say, "Come to our island, because on our island, the ice cream is free. Ooh. So if you just come, just follow us. We'll put you on the ferry, put you on the boat, and you come to our island, and we have free ice cream as much as you want. You can eat to your heart's desire." Of course, the only trick is that when you get to their island, you actually see this on the cover, that their island has this beautiful sign on it, but the island is surrounded by a giant like Berlin Wall covered in graffiti, and the wolves are actually running it like a huge prison camp, and their version of ice cream is essentially like gruel, and it is perfectly free. Also, you're not allowed to leave the island of free ice cream, and
I do have a
the
correction
wolves are there.
for you.
What do you got?
He's hang gliding, not being ferried in.
No, this comes up later actually in the story. You've got to read the
So
book.
he
to understand.
breaks into East Germany.
That's actually how he escapes.
Oh, okay.
That's actually how he
leaving.
escapes.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Either
it's sort of like a
way.
cross between East Germany, Cuba, like the island, Cuba, and so that's actually how he escapes. And there's a catapult involved. It's pretty fun.
Very cool.
And so it just teaches people, the idea is no such thing as free ice cream. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. But it's a cool story, right? And there's characters and there's action. And the idea is, hey, we were complaining about this expensive ice cream, but then the guy said the ice cream was free, but it turned out to be, much worse. Then, of course, the main character goes back and says, no, you have to stop listening to the wolves. Don't trust them. You can't believe them. And they're like, why? They have free ice cream. Why wouldn't we listen to the wolves? They have free ice cream, wolves. They're really good.
You hate ice cream.
You're just an anti-wolfite,
Is that what they say?
No, but they should actually. If we do a revision, we'll have to. Trent, get on that.
Right on.
Trent's a publisher. And so it's at the end though. There's a section where there's sort of like a Q&A for parents, educators, to sort of like, and it's like Jack says, and ask what did it mean that it was expensive? What did it mean that it was free? What should you be? Should you trust everything that you hear? Should you trust every offer that's out there? And the cool thing is that Brave Books is now working with homeschool groups, which of course, as everybody knows, is skyrocketing right now through COVID and through this crazy woke CRT stuff, that people can finally look over the screens because of Zoom. One of the actual unintended consequences of this is that people can actually see how their children are being indoctrinated with this crap in the schoolroom on your dime, by the way, private schools and public schools. And then they want to check out. So we're working with homeschool groups, we're working with Christian groups, working with other religious groups to be able to get this book out and get the series out to them. And it is a series, so you get we actually do like a subscription. So there's going to be 12 in the first series.
cool.
You do a subscription, you get one a month, and there's actually a huge poster that you got. I got to get you a poster.
Yeah, we'll put it up.
I'm being a terrible guest of this, right? I should have brought you one of them. So it's a poster, and then you get a sticker for each book that you read, and then it reveals more of the story as you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's very neat.
Freedom Island.
That's meta.
Sweet.